My thesis is that as racism can cause loss of self-identity, one must remain true to their sense of self, moral code, and personal mission. The song I chose to start my video was Imagine by John Lennon. I chose this because while the racists looked at civil rights activists weirdly, the civil rights activists remained in touch with their sense of self so that eventually the racists would see the light. This is exemplified when Lennon says, "You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one." The song Waving Flag by Kanan also had many important lyrics included in it, one such example being, "Out of the darkness I came the furthest, among the hardest survival. Learn from these streets, it can be bleak, accept no defeat, surrender, retreat." This shows that it is hard to escape the darkness, it is hard to escape the adversity of racism and labels and limits put on somebody. However, you must stand firmly in your mission to succeed. Another example being, "I heard them say, love is the way, love is the answer, that's what they say. But look how they treat us, make us believers. We fight their battles, then they deceive us. Try to control us, they couldn't hold us, cause we just move forward like buffalo soldiers." This shows this can be directly linked to racism. The racist whites may think that they're good, loving people, when in reality they're suppressing another class just because of the color of their skin, and they still make them become slaves. Then saying that they couldn't control them since they kept moving forward, linking it to the importance of knowing your sense of direction and sense of self to overcome these challenges. I then used a clip of Martin Luther King Jr. He achieved his personal mission by remaining passionate in life, as is visible in his tone of voice and staying true to his dreams. This let him overcome the obstacles he faced and let the entire world hear his voice. I used many pictures of crying children to show the turmoil of racism and how it can leave you questioning with who you are and whether you are worth love. I then showed that with staying true to yourself and standing firm, you can overcome those struggles, and did this by showing famous civil rights activists who overcame the struggles and challenges of being black by sticking to their personal mission. I showed white supporters such as President Lincoln, who also embodied the ideals of shaping your own destiny, as he of all people would know, coming from a troubled life. Immediately after showing pictures of the civil rights movement, I showed a symbolic picture of Barack Obama holding a black girl in front of the portrait of Lincoln. To further emphasize the weight and meaning of having a first black president, I showed a clip of Obama stating how unlikely his presence on a national stage was. This shows that despite his racial adversity, Obama made it as he is someone who is in touch with his personal beliefs. Then I showed clips of Obama's speeches 12 years apart to further prove the point that Obama is a man who understands sense of self and personal mission, how that has not changed even after a decade. This is the same trait that allowed him to overcome his challenges as a black youth and man. I then went on to show the first black lady, stating that she wakes up in a house built by slaves. This truly shows what self-direction can offer, an unwavering guide to the promised land which otherwise wouldn't have even been made possible if people accepted racism and the idea that blacks are not people with worth or identity. It also showed that despite a history of being discriminated against and of still being discriminated, the Obamas are able to look at what the truly beautiful aspects of their life are, thus keeping their personal mission of not complaining uselessly and making progress bit by bit. I showed a picture of Obama from a darker time in his life, showing that he too struggled with his self-identity. Then I immediately showed what a strong moral and sense of self can result in, a picture of him being the most powerful man on earth, the President of the United States. The video started with America's dark past with racism, and ended with a happier tone showing pictures of the first black family in the White House, showing the importance of self-direction and not allowing others to label you.